All right, so you're ready to activate your Power Mining Pool account. If you're watching this video, then you should have already created your free account with the Power Mining Pool. And now you want to know, what is the next step? How do you become active? And how do you start earning Bitcoin every 3 hours on autopilot? So the first step is going to be making sure that you have some Bitcoin available to you so that you can actually purchase shares with the Power Mining Pool. So we have a few different options that we're gonna recommend. The number one exchange in the world is Coinbase. So that is a great way to get started and to start purchasing Bitcoin. They actually give you $10 in Bitcoin for free when you open your Coinbase account. Check the description of this video on YouTube for a direct link to get your Coinbase account for free, and you'll get $10 in free Bitcoin. You'll also find links to another exchange called CEX. There's another option, which is localbitcoins.com, and this is where you can find people in your local community who are selling Bitcoin, and you can just purchase it from them. And there's also Bitcoin ATMs that are located all around the world. And this website is coinatmradar.com. Again, you can find links to all of these options in the description of this video on YouTube. So go there and get yourself some Bitcoin. This is the first step. Until you have Bitcoin that you've purchased, you will not be able to activate your account with the Power Mining Pool. So do that now. Now, we also do recommend that you set up a wallet. So purchasing Bitcoin, sometimes the exchange where you're purchasing the Bitcoin, like Coinbase for example, also has a built-in wallet as well. However, most people will tell you, do not keep your Bitcoin in an exchange. You want to take your Bitcoin out of the exchange, wherever you purchased your Bitcoin, and put it inside of a wallet. For example, one that we recommend that's very easy to use is the BitPay wallet. It's completely free. You can also get a BitPay debit card for spending your Bitcoin. But getting a wallet, again, it's free, it's easy, and we recommend that you do that. Now, this is actually a step that you can skip over. You do not have to get a wallet necessarily, depending on how you're purchasing your Bitcoin. For example, if you are purchasing through Coinbase, then technically you don't need a wallet, because when you purchase your Bitcoin through Coinbase, you will be able to purchase your shares with the Power Mining Pool directly from Coinbase. And there's going to be some cases where, like if you want to use local Bitcoins or an ATM, then you are going to have a wallet first, so that when you purchase the Bitcoins, then they need to know where to send your Bitcoin, and that's what you need a wallet for. There's literally hundreds of wallets out there. BitPay is just a great one that we recommend, but you could literally go on Google and search for the best Bitcoin wallets and find, the top 10. Just pick one, and that way you have, basically it's where you store your Bitcoin. Now, in this case, you're probably not going to be storing a lot of Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin that you purchase, you're going to want to be using that to purchase shares with the Power Mining Pool. So once you have your Bitcoin and it's in Coinbase or it's in a wallet of your choice, now you can activate your Power Mining Pool account. And here's how to do it. Simply go to powerminingpool.com. Again, you should have already created your free account at this point. If by some chance you're watching this video and you have not yet created your free account, make sure that you get back to the person who sent you to this video and join the Power Mining Pool with them so they can get credit. So when you go to the website, powerminingpool.com, simply click at the top right on Member Login. And once you get logged into your back office, really the only thing that you want to take notice of is at the very top, and it says how to get started. Until you complete this step, nothing else matters. You can go through your back office, you can click around, you can see all the cool stuff that you have back here available to you, but none of it's going to matter until you click to get started. And let me explain why. Because you might find your link, which you can see here. This is a referral link that this person who's about to become activated, you know, could actually refer people to the power mining pool. Here's why you don't want to do that. You will not receive any commissions for anyone that you refer until you are active. So don't send your link out to anyone until you have activated your account first, which I'm going to walk you through that process right now. Something else that is very important I would encourage for you to do is over here on the far left, click on the FAQ section, because they have some very important and top questions that people ask that you want to know the answers to. So take the time, take a few minutes, read through these questions and answers. You'll be glad you did. So let's go ahead and get started. In your back office, you're going to click on Get Started Now. Now, I'm actually glad that this warning popped up, because this does happen from time to time, and sometimes new people getting started like yourself see this and they get a little discouraged. So I want to explain this because it actually is happening to me right now as I'm going through this process with you. It says we cannot process your transaction at this time. Try again in 1 hour. So basically that's happening because at the point of me clicking on Get Started Now, there were actually so many people that were purchasing shares, they're making me wait 1 hour. This is not a problem. It's no big deal. All you have to do is look at your clock, look at your watch, and in 1 hour, come back to this page and you're going to be able to continue through the process. Now, let me talk about a couple other things because this is really exciting. You're actually going to be able right now, at the time of this recording, and for a very limited time, you're going to be able to get your lifetime membership with the power mining pool for only €5. That's like $6. Normally, this is 99 euros. So you're basically saving $100 right now. This is to set up your account, and it is your lifetime membership fee. So again, typically this is 99 euros, about $100. Right now, today, for a very limited time, you'll be able to get access to your lifetime power mining pool membership for only €5. So don't delay. And this is another exciting reason why you want to share this with others right now during this discount time, because you'll be able to save others $100 as well. Now, you'll also notice another important little tidbit here. Once your account is active, you will be able to buy shares at any time using the shop link on the menu, which is right over here. You'll see shop. So once you have activated your account in your back office, at any time, you can come in here and click shop to purchase additional shares. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to log out. I'm going to look at my clock, and in 1 hour, I'm going to come back and we're going to finish this process. All right, so it's been an hour and I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and click on Get Started Now. And you'll notice that message is no longer there, which is a great thing. And again, usually when you're a new member, you won't see that. You'll be able to come in here and purchase shares right away. If you do see it, again, nothing to be worried about. Just come back in an hour and you'll be able to purchase shares. There is something very important to take note of here, though. Do not click on Buy Now until you're ready to buy with Bitcoin. Otherwise, you will be blocked for an hour. That's for security purposes. So before you click on any of these buy buttons, you want to have your Bitcoin wallet open and ready to make the purchase before you click buy now. Because if you have to click buy now and then you wait too long, it could cause issues in purchasing your shares. So let's talk about which way to get started. You know, obviously you have the lowest option, which is just one single share. You'll notice, as I mentioned, the membership fee is here. That's a one-time, lifetime membership fee. You're saving $100, so that's really exciting. And this is your first option, one share. You've also got a 2-share option. You have a 4-share option. From here, it jumps up to 10 and then 20. The magic number with this company, the sweet spot, so to speak, is 100 shares. I know most people can't start with 100 shares. I get that. But to answer your question of, well, how many shares should I purchase? The answer quite simply is as many as you feel comfortable with. That's really the right answer. You know, some people get started with 1 share. Some people get started with 100 shares. So keep that in mind. Now, why is 100 shares the sweet spot? Let me explain that to you quickly, because I know most people can't start there. If you can, I would highly recommend it. If you don't start with 100 shares, you're going to want to work up to it. You're going to want to continue. Once you make this initial purchase, whatever number of shares you purchase here getting started, you can go back into your back office at any time, click on shop, and you can purchase any number of shares at any time. So keep that in mind. This is just to activate your account and get you started. So why is 100 shares the sweet spot? Quite simply, once you have 100 active shares with the Power Mining Pool, you are earning in commissions, in earnings on a daily basis, enough to purchase 1 share per day. That is when the exponential compounding effect starts to really take place. That means, once again, that with 100 shares, the amount that you earn each day is actually enough for you to purchase 1 additional share every single day. At that point, it's a perpetual effect. You no longer have to spend anything out of pocket, and it's going to be buying a share every single day for you, and that's when your earnings really start to compound. Now, there's one very important thing that I want to point out. So pay very close attention to this part, because no matter how many shares you purchase, one of the settings in your back office, under the settings area right here, is the auto purchase. You have to make sure this is turned on. Otherwise, you're going to greatly delay your ability to compound your Bitcoin. So by default, it will be turned on. You can come up here to edit profile and turn that off. And you will need to turn it off if you want to withdraw your earnings, which you get paid Bitcoin every single day on your shares. And so if you ever want to withdraw your earnings, you can simply come up here to edit profile. You can turn your auto purchase off. And then as your earnings start to add up, you then go over to your e-wallet and you'll be able to withdraw your earnings at any time. So keep that in mind. But again, I would strongly encourage that you keep your auto purchase set to yes, which is on, so that you are maximizing your earning potential. What that simply means is every time you have 50 euro that you have accumulated in earnings, it will automatically repurchase another share for you. And there's 2 ways for you to create those earnings. The first way is by purchasing shares. And so based on the number of shares that you have will determine how much you're earning each day. Obviously, the more shares you have, the more you're going to earn each day. And that's why you want to get to 100 shares as fast as possible, because at that point, you're earning about 50 euros a day just from your shares alone. And then you won't have to spend anything out of pocket to keep purchasing 1 share a day. Now, some people actually purchase 300, 400, 500 shares. There are people who do that because they want to massively grow their daily Bitcoin earnings by having even more shares. Now, the other way that you can earn shares automatically without spending a dime is by referring others. And you can go to the compensation plan, but basically on your homepage, you have a referral link. And this referral link is your specific link to refer others. Again, do not give this link out to anyone until you are active first. Once you've purchased a share, then you're active. And at this point, you can start referring people, and you get paid 10% of whatever your personal referrals purchase in shares. That 10% is paid to you immediately to your account which you can then withdraw, or you can use to auto repurchase and get additional shares, which is what I recommend, because when you do auto repurchase, you're not paying any fees. That's another big reason why you want your auto repurchase turned on, so that when you're purchasing shares, you don't have to pay any fees when you're transferring money in Bitcoin and things like that. So keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to click on Get Started Now. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it real simple. I'm just going to purchase 1 share. Now, again, before I make the purchase, I'm going to have my Bitcoin wallet open and ready, which again could be Coinbase or any other wallet, wherever you have your Bitcoin. And so now that I have it ready, I'm going to click on Buy Now. Now, sometimes it takes a minute for the page to load. Just be patient. Don't click on the buy button more than once. Just click once and wait. And so here's the next step. It's really simple. This is the address that you have to send the Bitcoin to. Make sure that it is perfectly copied in your clipboard, just like I did there. Now I'm going to pull up my wallet. I'm going to click on Send. I'm going to put the address up here. Now, based on where you have your Bitcoin, obviously it could be a little bit different. This is using the BitPay wallet. I'm going to paste it. Make sure you paste it so it's done perfectly. And then you'll see it tells you the exact amount to send right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here, 0.0034, which is $64.19. Remember, about $5 of that is going towards your lifetime membership fee. So keep that in mind. Going forward, you'll only pay about $59 or $60 per share going forward. Now I'm going to click on the little arrow to continue, and I'm going to choose the wallet that I want the Bitcoin taken from. Now you will see that there is a fee. Again, this is the fee that I was referring to, and every day the fee is different. Sometimes the fee is $10, sometimes it's $20. It just depends. This has nothing to do with Power Mining Pool, by the way. This is everything to do with the blockchain and Bitcoin. There's no way around it, and each day the fee could be a little bit different. Again, there's no way around this fee. There just is no other way. Now, if you're purchasing more shares, then you'll probably pay less fee. So keep that in mind. And another way to get around the fee is by keeping your auto repurchase turned on, because then you don't even have to send money from your Bitcoin wallet. It's going to come right from your Power Mining Pool account. So now I'm going to verify everything is correct. I'm going to click Send. It's creating a transaction. Wants me to confirm one more time. And payment has been sent. So I'm going to click OK. Now, it's really important to keep in mind, please pay attention. This can take time. When sending Bitcoin to anyone, it can take up to an hour for the transaction to actually process. So I will tell you that in your Power Mining Pool back office, which you're looking at here on my screen, this invoice says it expires in 26 minutes. If it expires and your share still has not appeared in your back office, don't worry. It will. This can take up to an hour, okay? If you're really concerned and it's been an hour and you still don't see your share, then feel free to come down here at the bottom of your back office and you can click on the FAQ section, which is right here. Little thing's covering it up. But there's an FAQ section down here at the bottom, and you can come up here to submit a ticket, and you can contact them. I wouldn't recommend doing that unless say an hour has passed and you still don't see your share or shares that are in your back office. Then go ahead and submit a ticket just to let them know that you're still waiting for your shares to be confirmed. I also want to give you a heads up that when you purchase your shares, at least as of this recording, you're not going to see them in your order history. You're not going to see them in transactions. They just don't appear until it's fully processed. And so where you can go to check to see if they're fully processed is your order history and your transaction. It will be there once it's done. You can also go back to your dashboard, and on your dashboard, it will tell you the number of shares that you have and when you're active. So again, until it tells you that you have active shares, do not send your link out to anyone because you could potentially lose commissions. So I hope you got some value from this video, and I hope that you are now fully prepared to go activate your Power Mining Pool account. You are absolutely going to love getting paid Bitcoin every 3 hours. All right, so I just wanted to do a quick follow-up to close out this video that it did take about 1 hour, but you can see here that the active share is now showing and earnings are in process for that share. This is exciting, and now it's time to get to work. You can also go over to order history, and you'll be able to see the new membership was purchased and the share was purchased as well. And so now that the account is active, you'll be able to start referring people to your link and earning commissions off of not just the people you refer, but as you can read in the compensation plan, you earn through 10 levels in your organization, which is very exciting. And now at any time, you can come up here to shop and you can purchase additional shares at any time. And so for this section on the left, it's based on the amount of funds that you currently have in your balance. And so this would only really apply if your auto repurchase was off. Because if your auto repurchase was off, then your account balance would be growing. If it was on, then every time your balance hits 50 euros, it will automatically purchase another share, which is what we absolutely recommend, so you don't have any fees. The other option here, which is for those of you that want to be aggressively growing your number of shares, is to come in here as often as you can and simply purchase additional shares. And you can purchase any number. So if I wanted to purchase 10 additional shares, it'll give you the exact cost and the exact balance that you'd have to pay. You'll notice that if you have a current balance available in your account, it will deduct that and then have you pay the difference. Now again, just like it said on the other page, do not click buy now until you're actually ready to make the purchase. If you do, then if you click buy now and you do not make the purchase, then the balance that you had in your account, as you can read here, it will not be available for 24 to 48 hours. So it's important that you don't mess with purchasing shares here unless you're ready to make the purchase. You know, if you want to get real aggressive here and go for 100 shares, then you can do that, and you can see how simple that is. You know, for those of you big ballers out there, you want to go for 1,000 shares for 50,000 euro. I know that might seem outrageous, but there are actually people out there who are spending tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in cryptocurrency mining and investing into Bitcoin. So it is not out of the question. There will be people who are going to want to put large sums of money into the Power Mining Pool. So with that being said, that concludes this video. Hope you got some value. Like I said, feel free to share this video with your members after they have created their free account through your link and they have become a member through you. Then at that point, you could share this video with them to walk them through this process just like I went through with you. Have a great day and welcome to the Power Mining Pool.